I would like to extend to you an invitation to the pants party.
Shut up and sit down.
Welcome, everybody, to the 3POA podcast, episode 75. I'm your host, Laserpants, also known as Ryan. It's great to see you all here tonight. Like Jason says, happy Batman Day to you. Bobby is taking the night off, but I got a couple of fill-ins for him, a couple of great dudes that I absolutely love streaming with. The first one, does he need an introduction at all? Does he? He is the man behind the It's Chad YouTube channel. What's going on, Chad?
It's me. What's up,
It's you. What's up, dude?
Nothing. Hanging out with you.
You've been putting out some great videos lately, dude.
Appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. Yeah.
Now, has the can I say what it is? Has the GoBot one dropped yet?
For channel members, I just put it up like 2 hours ago, and it'll drop for everybody else like usual Monday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern.
Is the GoBot a tank?
Well, you know, that's why I made Tank specifically. See, now my dog wants to interject because his name is Tank, yet he's not a tank, just like the Hiss is not a tank. So I figured, why not?
Well, we have another guest with us tonight. It takes two people to fill in for Bobby. Otherwise, you know, like Bobby says, no one watches, right? I tried getting his now world famous music, his Ollie's hunting music, queued up here in my stream deck, but I couldn't find it. So I don't know what. Oh, here, we'll do this one. Everyone, please welcome to the show from World Class Bullshitters, Jeff Hicks. The Muff Daddy. What's up, Muff Daddy?
Well,
Look, it's Muff Daddy. Wow.
Excellent music choice, by the way. The
Thank
song
you.
of my childhood. But what's up, everybody? Great to be here on the 3POA show. Ryan, Chad, always great to see you guys. Happy to talk some toys because in my neck of the woods, none of my YouTube friends know anything about toys. So this is a nice night for me.
Well, it's a good thing you got us in your corner, my friend. Haven't seen you in a bit. It's good to see you.
Good to see you, too. Hope you guys have been well.
Yeah.
I have. How have your Ollies been doing? Staying stocked?
I went yesterday, and there was more than ever. Honestly, they have added a secondary shelf, but the thing is, it's not new stuff. Somehow there's more of that like Black Panther era crap. They just put it up higher. It's terrible. Folks, you'll see the video in a couple days.
There we go.
I keep finding old connexes of stuff.
Well, everyone's like, oh, Jeff, they're just stocking for Christmas. Yeah, but stuff from last Christmas and 2 Christmases ago is still there. They're just adding to the pile, and there's nowhere to go with it. I asked the people what they do. They said if they don't sell it, they'll eventually sell it by weight. So I might be able to get a pound of Shurikopters for like 35 cents.
I mean, okay, Black Panther 2, what's it? Wakanda Forever, that is old.
Yep.
But Shang-Chi was like 2021.
Yep.
Over 3 years ago, and that stuff is sitting there. You go in there, you can go in there and get a Jyn Erso.
Yep.
Admiral Holdo from 2017.
Admiral Holdo.
friggin' years.
They even had they had Last Jedi figures still. Rey and all those from September of 2017. So we can date it that far back.
That's crazy, man.
That's nuts.
That tells you everything you need to know about those movies. People just didn't like them. They didn't want the merch.
Nope.
You know, when
Star
something's
Wars.
good, it disappears.
Yep.
So, anyway, before we started, we were chatting a little bit, and it was actually really cool what you guys were talking about. Do you want to pick that up where you left off? Do you even remember what it was?
Oh, meeting one of my heroes?
Yes. Who did you meet?
So I got to meet the legendary Jim Steranko. Now, folks, if you don't know the name, you know his contributions to entertainment in general. Over in the comic book sphere, he revolutionized Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Captain America. He worked on tons of other titles. But what you'll all know him for is the guy who had created the design of Indiana Jones. He told me the story about the phone call he got from George Lucas talking about his buddy Steven's idea. So they gave him just a list of a couple things. And then Jim Steranko told me every piece of Indiana Jones costume history, what inspired him as he signed my print and all this wonderful stuff. He talked to me for 2 hours. He told me behind the scenes stories about Marvel, his then best friend Lee Van Cleef, the actor. It was the craziest experience I've had all year. It was bonkers.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. Very cool. Where did this go down?
Dragon Con down in Atlanta.
Oh, you went down to Dragon Con. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Nick is a staple down there, and we thought we'd check it out for the channel. I went and filmed the vendor area because it's 4 stories of toys. And you want to talk about steals. I got stuff for $5 sealed in the box from like Batman Returns, Batman Forever, original run Marvel Legends in the clamshell, Wave 2. I was for $5 each. I was freaking out. So
it's crazy, dude, that early Marvel Legends stuff. And we are talking about Marvel Legends tonight, as well as Black Series. Almost everything from Pulsecon. Not Transformers, though. But that early Toy Biz stuff, those first few waves, even like the Build-A-Figure stuff, the Spider-Man classics from that era, I am getting nostalgia for that. And I was an adult when that stuff was coming out. So that is really weird.
They're much better in person than they are in photographs. Because I'm one of those people, like I'll go to the old archives and you'll see them with their janky fingers or their eyes that don't look right. But then you hold them in your hand and you're like, this is actually a pretty well-crafted figure that looks like the comic book it's supposed to be. So I'm nostalgic for them too. I keep a sealed Spider-Man classic on my wall. The very first one with the red and blue suit that's supposed to be McFarlane. That's a personal favorite action figure.
Awesome. I mean, that early Toy Biz stuff, it paved the way for what we have now.
That's what I grew up on, man.
Everything starts somewhere, you know? I mean, you had your Kenner Star Wars figures. They were 5 POA, a little rough. And then Chad, of course, the O-Ring G.I. Joes came in, heavily inspired by that whole scale and everything. So it all starts somewhere. Granted, the Toy Biz Marvel Legends are quite a bit dated by today's standards.
Big time.
But still, man, I still love those things. And I still have a bunch of them.
Great.
Yeah. I think I still have all the Build-A-Figures.
Would you say the old stuff had more soul than the new stuff?
It was definitely, yes, I would say it has more soul. It was, you could tell they were hand sculpted. Everything, the proportions are very wonky, but they put a crap ton of paint on those things. Everything had a nice wash or a dry brushing.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know?
Anything G.I. Joe over the past, I'd even say like 6-7 years, and not just talking the 1/12 scale stuff. Like it feels like the soul gets sucked out of it more and more as the years go on, and you know they'll re-release an O-Ring figure, and it's just something tangibly different about it. So I just figured I'd ask because I'm not a Legends guy, and I figured it might be the same.
John Garrett says the packed-in bases were the best that came in those clamshell Marvel Legends.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they packed in so much stuff in those
and
things,
a comic book in every book or every toy had a comic book. That's
a comic.
That's what
a Build-A-Figure piece.
Doing. Getting you hooked on comic books because that keeps the cycle going.
Right.
Yeah, that's what they wanted to do. You know, I mean, the toys were to sell more comics, and now I think it's the opposite.
Yep.
You know, we got a few super chats here. We are going to talk about Pulsecon. I know that as far as Pulsecon recap live streams go, we are a little late. That's just the way it works out sometimes.
But it's us.
I know it's us. I couldn't stream last weekend, you know, was busy with the family, had a really rough week this week. Couldn't stream Wednesday. And so we're back today. We're going to break it down because a lot of the stuff I love, some of it, but anyway, let's get to some super chats here. Before super chats, first of all, Hal Jordan says, "Justice for Artist Shark News."
Mm-hmm.
He's getting copyright strikes on his new channel. That's ridiculous. What is going on? What's going on? He can reach out to me. He's welcome to come on here and we can talk about it if he wants to. I hope it's not Viper Island again. That sucks, dude. I wish that wasn't happening to Artist Shark. The Robert's Infinite Realms. Hey, man, thanks for the super chat. He says, read my comment. Love all you guys. Love you too, man. Thank you, Robert.
Hi, Robert.
We got Jason Evangelista here. Thank you for the super chat. Hail all.
Hey, Jason. Good to see you here.
Not Top Goon. What's up, Goonie? Thanks for the tater chat. Happy to see our Potato Lord live with Jeff and Brad. Wait, what's this Brad thing? Is that an inside joke I missed out on?
Yeah, I don't know. Some dude was trying to insult, all of our friend group and wrote me in there and called me Brad or something like that. But
there's been a lot of that lately. They're like, oh, you guys, someone sarcastically said that we were all based Chads making fun of the Soy Jack Hasbros, and everyone clapped. And I was like, oh my God, that's some serious projection there. But I thought it was hilarious. I was like, that's awesome. Thank you, Goonie.
One Chad. You see this face?
Yeah. You see this face?
Every time.
What are you?
Clit Commander.
There we go. Zakanan, thanks for the tater chat. He says, sup, Zakanan.
Sup.
Thank you very much. All right. Now, listen, Chad, I know you don't collect the best scale.
No, I do. See it? It's all right here.
But I know you don't collect a lot of Marvel Legends and 6-inch stuff, but me and Jeff do, okay? And we're going to get to G.I. Joe, guys. Don't worry. But we're starting off with my favorite Hasbro line to collect, and that is Marvel Legends. And no, these are not Marvel Legends.
What?
These are Mattel Secret Wars from 1984, I think.
Yep.
1984. I had some of these as a kid, man. I had Captain America, Iron Man, Daredevil, Magneto, and Doctor Doom. And I loved them. I mean, they were very cheaply made. The paint came right off as soon as you looked at them wrong. But, I mentioned Toy Biz and the nostalgia that I'm having for the early Toy Biz Marvel Legends from 2001. You talk about nostalgia, these are from 84. So, yeah, there's going to be some nostalgia there. And Hasbro knows it. And that's why they're giving us a tribute line, a Marvel Secret Wars tribute line. Tribute to this old Mattel, I think there were 4-inch, 5-inch action figures, 4.5.
Yeah.
So, right in there. But it is a repainted cap, and you look at it, you're like, well, we got this cap. That's the first thing I thought. I'm like, well, we got this one.
Did we?
Right? Oh, well, this one comes with a broken shield, and he doesn't have any pins showing, right? So that's okay.
Is the face different? Okay.
They do have some new faces, yes. Yeah.
Okay. I was going crazy for a minute.
I think the real selling point, and maybe the real selling point, is that the first release of this sold out, and he probably goes for a lot right now because it's Captain America. The real selling point is this right here. The packaging.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got to say, this cap would be probably an easy pass for me because I have one that's so similar, basically same body mold. But you put it on that card and you give it that stupid lenticular shield. Those things are so dumb, but I don't know why. Why in 2024 am I starting to like these things? I don't know. M. Vargo says 70 plus on eBay.
Wait, for the original Marvel Legends Captain America?
I think for the Toy Biz tribute they put out 2 years ago.
Oh, I didn't like that figure with the stupid shield with all the machine, with
the holes in it.
Guy. Yeah,
yeah.
See, you want it for the box. I like Captain America, and I like the face because I have the 80th anniversary. I have the very first Marvel Legends, like the Wolf one. I have the 90s Toy Biz box. All of those, but they all have this really ugly head. and I can't like not look at it on my shelf. So they're kind of selling me on the fact that it looks like a human Captain America for once, and not like a potato with hair and a mask on it. And that wasn't a dig at you. I just was like, boom. I was thinking anyway.
That's okay.
Words.
I'll just be here with my mini potato while you insult me. Yeah, but I think this is all about the packaging. No, hold on, Omar V said something interesting. He says hopefully the plastic isn't a gummy mess like the 20-year cap, the 20-year anniversary Toy Biz.
Hasbro.
Hopefully, they're so hit and miss with Legends. Some of them I'll get the joints are fine, and some are just like a GI Joe weapon. You could fold the leg over the whole way at the knee. I don't know. It very inconsistent with the durometer of the plastics. But now the faces on here, someone was saying they didn't like the faces. I think the smiling one is the new one. I think
it's in scale, which is nice because the other one's not in scale with the body.
Was it bigger?
It's oversized. Like even the Alex Ross one looks nice, but it's a little too dark blue to fit in with the rest of the other brighter figures. It definitely stands out as different.
Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, it's the Alex Ross one. They kind of lean into his style. But there's that lenticular shield with Cap and then Steve Rogers unmasked there. Card back with the other characters on it, which is kind of cool. They don't do that a lot anymore. I mean, they do sometimes, but yeah, the cross sells. I love the cross sell thing. Yeah, I love the ones on the Toy Biz figures from the 90s because they'd go back all the way. They'd have all the Marvel figures, back to they have like Series 1. They call it Wolverine 2, Wolverine 3. They had like Outer Space Cable, and I love those things. Don't collect them now, even though they're cheap, just because I don't have room. But yeah, Chad, being that you're super old, and you have nostalgia for the Mattel Secret Wars line, any chance maybe you're going to bite at one of these?
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, look at that, dude.
Yeah, maybe.
There's the OG, and there's the new update.
Yeah, depending on who the character is, I've always been more of a DC person than a Marvel person, but there are some Marvel characters that are near and dear to me. If I did come across a certain character or two in a store, I bet you I could find a home for that in my game room.
Yeah,
I'd like to see the Wolverine.
Hey, we're going to get there. But first up, they're also doing Iron Man. This is almost a straight up re-release of I think the 20-year Toy Biz Iron Man. But with the I think this head sculpt was from the Black Panther wave.
There's definitely another Iron Man that came out with like a ghost Tony Stark head, but it's this figure essentially because it has the weird colored in sphere. Because it's all the same mold, but they're phoning it in. But they did a good job on the sculpt, so how do you improve it,
I mean, they include that silly gun, from the Secret Wars line. Yeah. Pew, pew. Oh, and they added the 1980s era Iron Man roller skates. That is nuts, dude. Like, I never thought I'd ever see that.
Way to go.
It's so stupid. It's so of the era. But again, like those lenticular shields, I kind of like it. I mean, it's a great figure overall. I feel like I already have it because I do.
Yeah.
But like I said, this is all about the nostalgia of Secret Wars, and there it is on that card back. If I haven't said it, I'm all in on this wave. I'm getting them all. We'll see if I open them. I'm not sure yet. But and there's that lenticular shield, Tony Stark, Iron Man, looking nice. And I mean, they did a good job staying true to the original card back.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know how they could do it better. They could have put it in a yellow bubble to make it look gold.
They could do that retro Star Wars crap to it, where they kind of dog ear the cards.
Thank you, Sean. They made Iron Man pinless as well. That's good.
Yeah. Just the way that they put Marvel Legends series, it's on there, but it doesn't take your eyes away from Secret Wars. They did a good job with that.
They did.
Yeah.
And I wonder what the legality of this, because this is technically a Mattel design. I wonder if they had to, make good with Mattel to use it, because it's pretty exact.
But can you copyright any of those elements? Because like,
I
what
don't
does
know.
remember? Marvel Secret Wars is a Marvel copyright. It's a book
Right.
and all of that stuff. And the cover uses the same logo, like the comic book uses this logo. So I assume Marvel owns it, and it's all part of the rights package.
So the
Gotcha.
card layout would technically fall under trademark, right? Copyright is the name, trademark is the design,
Yeah.
right? So the trademark on that card art, I'm sure that crap ran out a hot minute ago.
When they put out that 5 POA 3 3/4 line that ended in like a year or two, it was just 2 years ago they put that out.
Yeah.
I remember one of the Hasbro team members, I think it was Ryan Ting, he said there was issues with putting them on a Mattel style card back like this because that was Mattel's, and that's why they put them on what may have looked like a Kenner card. I mean, it said Kenner on the package. Kenner never made Marvel figures in the 80s, right? But they try to make it look like, well, if Kenner made Marvel figures in the 80s, this is what the card back would have looked like. And he said they did it that way because there was issues with the Secret Wars card back. So I wonder if they had to work with Mattel to make it happen. And since then they have been, sharing licenses with Mattel. You can buy Optimus Prime Hot Wheels.
Omar V says that too. Yeah, Hasbro Mattel signed that pact last year to cross merchandise. And Nico Tronis said we had it backwards. Copyright is visual, trademark is name. My bad.
Yes. Yeah, because Bobby has the Action Force trademark, right? And not the copyright? I don't know. I always mix them up, dude. It's hard to keep.
That's why I have
straight.
a lawyer.
I should get one, huh? With the wild shit that I say on this show. Mike Joseph says, disappointed in the Secret Wars figures. Besides the already released Doctor Doom figure, there's nothing Secret Wars specific about these figures. I mean,
point.
Are they though? Because they're all of the era costumes for the book. Like they just kind of get zapped out of the Marvel books, and they show up on Beyond World or whatever it's called, or Battle World. Like
Battle World.
I mean, I think it's very much like down to the shield. It's like the modern interpretation. I don't know what more you could want out of a modernized version, just personally speaking.
Drew G says they released this one with the hologram head. Wish they had an alternate head with the nose, since this was the armor of the 70s to 80s, except for the time with the nose armor. Yeah, the nose armor is, it was kind of in the Alex Ross package. That one, the Alex Ross head sculpt had a nose. Sean Forrester says Cap's broken shield is specific to the story. Impossible Pie wants some 5-inch, not 6. I got a couple super chats here. What's up, Embargo? Thanks. He says super chat. Yes, it is. Thank you very much. And our friend Mython the Python, who, Chad, you were on his channel last night. I still need to catch the replay on that.
I was, yeah.
Thank you, Mython. He says, love you, Ryan. Love you, Chad. Jeff, good to see you on 3POA. Hope all the fine people in the chat are doing well, and less than an hour to back Nintendo 64 Quest Kickstarter benefiting the Alzheimer's Society. I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Nor did I.
Yeah, so it's Rob McCallum and Jay Bartlett, my friend Jay that I do the verses with every Friday. So those are the guys. They did Nintendo Quest in 2012, and then they did all the action figure adventure series and stuff. But so this is kind of a follow-up to Nintendo Quest, where he had 30 days to get all the NES carts. And so now he had 14 days to get all the N64 carts. And, does he do it? Does he not? And the whole thing benefits Alzheimer's.
All right. Mython or someone, one of the mods, can drop a link and I'll pin it in the chat. Drop a link to that Kickstarter. And we'll pin it. And then those that want to support can do that. Thank you, Mython.
Yeah.
And then Timothy Ward. What's up, Tim? He says, this is not a super chat. Thank you, Tim.
This is not a punk rock song.
Awesome. Thanks, man. All right. Okay, so we're on Iron Man here. You wanted to see Wolverine, right?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Now, this is one that I saw in the case at San Diego Comic-Con, and I didn't really think much of it. I was actually thinking arcade because It was the same weekend where they unveiled the Arcade Sentinels that are now out.
Right.
But yeah, I guess this is more in line with Secret Wars, I suppose. But it looks fine. I guess it's kind of a Wolverine we got before. Now it's pinless, new head sculpts. I think it looks fine. I just find it, I'm not that excited about another Wolverine. However, like I said, you put it on that package, and I'm in, baby. I'm in.
See that on card? It looked good on a shelf.
Yeah.
Look good on the shelf.
But
You have any arcade one-ups over there, Chad?
What?
You got any arcade one-ups?
No.
No. Because these would look good around a X-Men cabinet.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mike Joseph says, Dr. Doom had a distinctive look in Secret Wars. I would have rather they did more figures like that. Cap and Iron Man are just plain old Cap and Iron Man. Nothing special. That's true. I agree with you.
Yeah.
I will say that we're going to get a lot of Iron Man, Cap, Wolverine, and Spider-Man in the Marvel Legends line. I think those are like the main characters they always want to have on the shelf. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's smart. You get kids hooked early on, give them that prime Spider-Man figure, and then they got to build out the universe.
Yeah.
Like they say, nobody wants Booster.
Everybody's got them. Batman, Joker, Storm Shadow, Snake Eyes, whatever, on and on. Smart.
I would like... he mentions the Doctor Doom. I would like another Doctor Doom. But they put it out in a 2-pack with Monica Rambeau. I would like it single-carded with a Doombot head sculpt included. That way, if you want, you could army build Doombots.
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. Mike Joseph, he says he pre-ordered them anyway. That's funny. Yes, Greg, I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Okay, I don't know where I'm going to display them. I was going through my collection room like all day today, pulling stuff out of the display, bagging it up, getting ready to sell some stuff. I've been doing that a lot lately because the shelves are full, man.
So I got that classified hiss from Jeff W. I converted it to 1/18 scale to find enough space to fit it. I had to do, that thing where you take a vehicle that's like this and then you straighten it out and it gives you like this much space. But I had to do it over the span of like 12 feet just to get enough room to put that vehicle on a shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm feeling you.
Yeah,
that struggle is real.
Yep.
I mean, I've got to figure out something with all my classified figures. I shrunk down the shelf today because I want to put my his tank in it finally and my vamp. And there you go. Oh, the trash can?
Yeah.
We're not going to trigger G.I. Joe fans yet. Just wait till we get to the G.I. Joe
Classified fans.
Sorry. Classified. Yes. All right. So, there's Wolverine, lenticular shield. I kind of like the smirk. Some people didn't like it.
I do.
The smirking head.
Brown
I have
Wolverine's a harder sell for me than Tiger Stripe.
the brown suit.
Like, I'll buy any yellow suit Wolverine, but I'm like, I got a brown suit from like the Juggernaut wave. So I looked at this, I'm like, is it better?
Yeah.
Yes. Do I want it?
This is the third brown suit Wolverine and from Hasbro so far. So, they've done the Tiger Stripe suit probably the same like 3 or 4 times as well.
Oh God, more than that. I got like 4 of them just sitting right here. There's Bone Claw, VHS, first release, 3-pack with Wolverine and Cyclops and Jean Grey. I got too many Wolverines. I'm embarrassed now.
And more are coming.
I won't get anything from the Deadpool movie. I don't do anything from the movies.
Oh, yeah. I pick and choose from the movies, and I'm definitely getting the Deadpool stuff. Most of the movies I'm out on. Like anything post-Endgame, I'm not buying. But Deadpool, I make the exception for.
Well, I have all the Deadpool, like the first Marvel Legends figures they released in Deadpool, like with Negasonic Teenage Warhead.
Yeah.
So he's kind of the same like costume. Maybe it's like a different shade of red. So I kind of feel like I already got it,
Yeah, you'd really have to, search for the differences between the two. But there are differences between each movie. But I'm a Marvel Legend whore, so.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed to admit it too.
Let's see here. Greg Fenstead says, LP, you really need to make a 3POA insert for these lenticular shields. 3POA emblem to Tony, Bobby, and you. That's not a bad idea. Did anyone post a link to that Kickstarter? Because I will.
Not that I saw.
I didn't see it either. I will pin it if anyone can find it. If Mython is still
Vargo,
there.
go find that Kickstarter, man.
I know Mython is working, so.
Yeah.
Blue Jay Entertainment. What's up, man?
Oh yeah, Mython put it up just there.
Oh, there it is. Okay, let me pin that real quick. Wait. I don't want to put him in timeout. I want to pin.
You want to put him in timeout. You do.
Replace pin message. There it is. Okay. I had World Class Bullshitters pinned, but now I have the Kickstarter pinned. Sorry, Jeff. But you have 200,000 subscribers, so.
Well, I'm going to check out the Kickstarter because I accidentally just watched that or rewatched the first one the other day. I had seen that years ago. So I'm all about that gaming collecting marathon. Plus, the first one was really entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
No.
I'm really interested in the second one. So, and they don't have a distribution deal with the United States. They do in Canada because they're in Canada, so they have that distribution with Jinx Esports Canada. But you're not going to be able to watch it on like Amazon or Tubi or any of that stuff. So the only way to really see it for now is to back the Kickstarter. And then not only do you get a physical copy, but you get advanced digital rights to be able to watch it as well.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Yeah.
Zakanian says, maybe stop drinking, Ryan. No.
Maybe mind your own.
Yeah. How about that, Zakanian? Blue Jay says, trying to find more space for all my Vanguards. Right? I hear that. I got, I have 4 of them right now. I'm going to have to stop there.
I got to say that that HasLab Hiss was the first 1/12 scale vehicle I ever put my grubby hands on. Ridiculous.
It's 118 though.
Say again?
It's 118 in your collection.
It is now, but you know, just to see a vehicle that large that's only meant for, 3 figures, it's ridiculous.
Thank you, Tony. Thanks for that super chat, man. Oh, this is a good one. Pulsecon drinking game. Every time Ryan says lenticular, take a shot. Do it. Let's play.
Do it.
Lenticular. All right. Back to Pulsecon. There it is, next to the classic. Now, if you had both of these, if you had the originals on card and these on card, that would be a very cool display.
It would.
And then you get a third Marvel Legend one, or you get a second Marvel Legend one to open. Right, pose up and put in front of these 2 carded ones. See, that's what you do, Chad.
Does that sticker say 97 cents?
Yeah, it was a different time. That was probably a KB sale price.
Take me back.
I know, man. What, GI Joes were $2.99, Star Wars figures $2.99. What happened?
I know. You get a whale for $25.
Man.
I thought the $5 figures I grew up with were a good deal.
Yeah.
Better than today, yeah.
I still feel like action figures should cost $5.
The jump in, what was it, 2006 or 2007 when they went from like $12 Marvel Legends to 20? I stopped buying toys for years. I was like, ugh.
Well, they went from 12 to 15, and then like around, I want to say it was around when the Winter Soldier movie came out. It jumped to 20. Okay. I think it was that wave was the first time I saw it. Toyamic Displays, thanks for becoming a channel member. By the way, stay tuned for the after show. Channel members, thank you, Toyamic, for joining. It reminded me. I'm going to have a friend of the show, Figure Fight Club, a.k.a. Abby. He's going to come on the show. He sent me a box of really cool stuff, including this Mezco Wolverine.
Ooh.
I am giving away this Mezco Wolverine on the after show tonight.
Nice.
So channel members, don't miss it. You got to be there to win, okay? There we go. All right. Thank you, Toyamic Displays. Let's see here. Slacker Supreme says, Laser, did you hear that the reason all the Hasbro teams seemed wired at Pulsecon is because they found out they weren't invited back to the Diddy party? I didn't hear that. Diddy got arrested. There is no Diddy party, right? So
not anymore.
Nope.
Yeah.
Game over, man.
Literally no Diddy. All right. Moving on to the next one. Oh, Spider-Man, Black Suit Spider-Man. Now, this is cool because this is the first time they put Symbiote Spider-Man on what I consider the best Spider-Man buck in the line.
That's a Secret Wars pose right there.
That's that cover. Yeah. The Jazz Hands. The Jazz Hands cover. But yeah, this is the what do we call it? The Amazing Fantasy 15 body. So the first time they did the Amazing Fantasy 15, the first time Hasbro did it, they used this body. And it's a little smaller. It's like a teenage-sized Spider-Man body, right? It's perfect.
He's only 5'10" ever, so.
Right. So it's superposable. It doesn't have the toe joints that the Renew Your Vows buck has, but I don't really care about that.
No.
You know, they're fine if they're there, but usually they just make the figures fall over more because they're so loose. But this looks great. I'm actually, I'm all in on this line. I'm getting it a second. If I decide to keep them carded, I'm going to get a second Spider-Man to open no matter what.
My only complaint is, like, I have the Mafex version of this, and so, like, the card nostalgia is cool, and I do love the Amazing Fantasy body. He's, like, one of my favorites, but I just can't see, like, this is me. This is the Spider-Man guy. This is the one where I'm like, is that the same Spider-Man figure that I bought on the, like, I just bought the 94 card art. I bought that one not that long ago, too. I feel like they're really doing a little too many black suit Spideys.
I mean, they're doing too many Spideys altogether. I mean, what was it? 2022 was the anniversary.
I bought them
the
all.
Spider-Man anniversary. They put out so many Spider-Man figures that year, like so many.
They weren't even that great after a while.
Yes,
I didn't like Renew Your Vows Spidey at all.
Yeah, that one had some weird proportion issues, and the neck articulation was bad. It was bad. But this one's good.
It does
lenticular
look very nice.
shield included. Lenticular. There we go. Wait, gonna let that stand. Wait, what? I will until we hit 200 likes. Let's hit 200 likes then. Hit the like button.
Yes.
What do you think, Chad? You in on a black suit Spider-Man for your game room?
Maybe.
And Jeff, maybe.
Look, if I see it in person, I'm probably gonna go, ooh, Spider-Man, and buy it. But I'm bad. I'll probably open it up. Like, I get the nostalgia of the card art, and I think it's beautiful. But I kind of open all my Spidey figures unless it's the that retro 94 wave. That's the only one I collect in the box because I guess that's what I'm nostalgic for because that was what I had as a kid.
Absolutely. I thought I was going to pass on the PS4 Spider-Man suits when they put those out. I was like, I don't need the PS4 video game suits. And then I saw them in the store. I'm like, oh no, I'm buying these. It's Spider-Man, and I bought them all.
Don't feel bad. I bought the hot toy, so
I haven't dipped my toe in that realm yet, man. I can't do it.
Since I've talked to you last, I finally opened my No Way Home Tobey Maguire. Like, I got the super deluxe one.
Yeah.
I didn't realize how much of the upgrade it would be between the original release and the new one. And I'm just like, wow, blown away by it. But on the other hand, that new Michael Keaton Batman to me is a downgrade. So hot toy re-releases are hit and miss. Be careful.
Really? Downgrade for that?
I personally don't see the Michael Keaton likeness in the new one. They like re-sculpted the face and added some new texture. And I think that's what the people are really excited over because it's got the texture like the 4K release of the film. That's about it. But they re-sculpted this and it just looks like a dude. It looks like a stunt double to me.
Yeah.
Jim Smith with the Tater Chat. Thank you, sir. He says, what happened is we let China civilize?
Oh, the $5 action figure becoming 20.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yeah. They actually pay their workers now. And shipping, to get that boat across the waters are really expensive now too. But yeah. Prices went up as everything does. Thank you, Jim, for the Tater Chat. Appreciate that. And holy hell. Look at the guys. You got your sunglasses handy? It's time. It's time for a party. Kent Heltzinger with 10 3POA podcast memberships. Thank you so much, Kent Heltzinger. It's a gifted membership party, baby. And oh my God, look at this. Ammo to go! Ammo to go with 10. That's 10 3POA podcast memberships. Ammo to go. Thank you so much. Ken Heltzinger. Thank you so much. You guys rock. Welcome to all our new channel members. Stay tuned for the after show. We're doing a giveaway party for this Mezco Wolverine on the after show. Thank you so much. We should probably stop now. That was enough. But seriously, thank you guys. Kent, Ammo to go. Thank you so much, guys. That's very nice of you. Appreciate that. Ryan, stop yelling. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Daddy won't yell anymore.
I like when you get animated.
I know. It's awkward. There's those lenticular shields. Take a
lenticular.
shot. Now, after this, we get into... So those are all, throwbacks to the original line, but they're putting in new characters that we never got in the old Mattel Secret Wars line. The first one being the Beyonder. Technically, this look, I guess, is from Secret Wars 2.
It's Johnny Osmond.
I mean, I think we're getting the Beyonder. First time ever in Marvel Legends. We're getting the Beyonder. Kaiju Kitty says, no, keep yelling. John says, not my daddy, sir. All right. So we're getting the Beyonder. They're not doing that armored up look because this is almost all reuse. And it's super easy for them to do. This is basically the red skull body. Probably with like a new overlay on that torso. But I mean, I think it looks cool. There he is, that classic cover, that comic book cover, holding that, what was that? That's like the planet, and he's like looking over it,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm definitely down for Beyonder. 2 of these, one on card, one loose. Chad, easy pass for you.
No, I do not want Donny Osmond. Thank you.
You don't?
No.
You don't want John Travolta?
No, I don't want that.
No. Game on. Saturday Night Fever figure, yes. You can tell by the way he walks. Diddy Party Beyonder.
Ooh.
You guys are
You get a free
horrible.
bottle of lube with that figure?
100 bottles of baby oil. John Garrett, thanks for the super chat. Who would a Wave 2 Secret Wars have in it? Who would a Wave 2 Secret Wars have in it? Well,
I guess you got to put Captain Marvel
Falcon.
back in there.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. You can do that. You can do Falcon. We could pull that old picture back up. Here we go. Regular suit Spider-Man. Oh, Doc Ock. I mean, there you go, right there.
Daredevil.
Baron Zemo.
Would you?
Daredevil will be a great way to get him out again. That's not in a multi-pack.
Yep.
That's what I was about to say because we need one desperately. That's my second favorite Marvel character, and he is too pricey.
Yeah, they just put Kang out again on the chair, the time chair, the throne.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, there's going to be people that want a Council of Kangs, so you could put out Kang again, and it'll get bought up.
Can we take a second to appreciate just how happy the Hobgoblin is to be there?
He is so.
Well, he was a
dude,
brand new
he's-
character. You got an active figure within 2 years.
Looks like Hobgoblin.
I'm here.
He's getting ready to party.
Oh, yeah.
We won't do that.
Okay. I have him ready.
Yeah. You got to keep them ready. You never know. All right. Let's get back to Pulsecon. Where was I here? Slide
You were on
20.
Spidey.
Yeah.
Spurter Man.
We got through Spidey.
Oh,
Spidey.
Beyonder was where you were at.
Yeah, we got through Beyonder. There it is, that card. With a lenticular shield. Yeah, there he is.
He looks like he's holding a painting of himself.
Right? He's like, look, guys.
Look
Look what I can do.
do.
Look what I did.
It's me, Donny Osmond.
I don't wanna.
If only Donny
I don't
Osmond was
wanna
that
sing with Marie.
Let me do it.
Zemo. Greg says Zemo. Gobgoblin. He meant Hob. Gobgoblin sounds like a.
Yeah, buddy. That's a Diddy party.
Yeah.
Hobgoblin.
Yep. All right. And then another first time in the line, Titania. I see people saying Titania, Titana. It's Titania. That's how I've always said it.
Yeah,
Yep.
titanium.
Yeah, Titania. Big girl, all new sculpt. They hid the thigh swivel behind those boots, which I think is that's nice. You don't see that
That's
cut
smart.
there with the height.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that was good.
It's a good looking figure.
It is. Yeah.
I'm
First
surprised
time in
it's
the
a
line.
Hasbro toy, to be honest.
Yeah. No complaints from me. Got a super wide thigh gap.
Yeah, buddy.
Got them birthing hips. But she looks good. A couple hands. This is all new tooling. I don't know how they'll ever reuse this. They definitely will because it's Marvel Legends.
She-Hulk, maybe?
It's smaller than She-Hulk, and they just made a new She-Hulk body. So
Oh, yeah, they did.
But you know what she does have, Ryan?
lenticular D's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lenticular shield. That's 2 more shots. We're gonna kill people if they're playing this game. They're gonna have alcohol poisoning.
Overaction.
Yeah. So there is Titania. I'm always down for characters that aren't in the line yet, right? I want new characters because I think that should be the ultimate goal of Marvel Legends. And it's a ridiculous goal. It's a goal almost with no top. It's a mountain with no top, right? You'll never reach the top. But one version of every character in the Marvel Legends universe, in the Marvel universe, I should say.
Even
Yeah.
Uncle Ben?
Even Uncle Ben.
Yes, I need Uncle Ben.
I want Uncle Ben with the swappable face with his eyes closed and his mouth agape.
Yep.
Like that. And bullet holes in him.
I'm down with like dead Uncle Ben and zombie. Oh, dude, they should re-release
Zombie
the
Uncle
zombie
Ben.
Uncle Ben.
Yes.
Sign me up for that too.
Yes. Every character in Marvel should be their goal anyway. Keep
Agreed.
giving us new characters. Because they're kind of the only ones that could ever do that, you know.
I'm
Main
okay
effects
with the. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was just gonna say, and I'm also like, I want the new figures, but I'm cool when they upgrade them because, like, I do like seeing the advancements reach my favorite characters. Like, oh, Spider-Man's all pinless now. Okay, that's pretty cool. So I'm with you though. I want variety, and let's get some play sets back, even if they're made of cardboard.
I would love that. Titania hiding the twins with the tank top. Yes. I know it's kind of weird and out there, but as far as HasLabs go, and I don't like HasLabs, I do back them sometimes, but I would love a freaking 1/12 scale flat iron building with the Daily Bugle logo on the top.
Well, if they're
You know,
doing Secret Wars, why don't they do the Doom Tower?
Or that. They could do that.
Now, if
That
they
would
did
be
a
cool.
Daily Bugle playset that you could like actually open up, and it would be the most boring thing in theory because it's just an office building, but I'd buy it because it's, you know, the Spider-Man office building.
I mean, you
Even
can
if they
take
just
out
did a couple
take out a
floors.
DTOF. Just remove one of my DTOFs and insert a Daily Bugle building and put your Spider-Man figures all over it. That would be awesome. That would be
Working
the ultimate-
elevator,
Working elevator. Yeah, absolutely.
exclusive J. Jonah Jameson figure, Robbie Robertson figure.
Mm.
Yep, I'm buying it. Like, let's
Felicia Hardy.
pick anybody. You could even
Eddie
have
Brock?
people like Deb Whitman just show up randomly. You could just
Was that
throw
like
her
his
in there.
first love interest, Deb Whitman?
Dude, Deborah Whitman's kind of like she's been around for a minute. She showed up in the 70s. He kind of had a relationship with her. She's after Mary Jane, but it really didn't go anywhere. She's like a spectacular Spider-Man character more than mainline.
Cleavage window Sue Storm.
That'll sell.
Bring on that shake, baby. Is Titania a tank?
No.
Mhm.
Titania, Zakanan says Titania is a tank. Oh.
No.
Fine. All right. Okay,
Okay,
moving on
fine.
from-
She's a tank. Whatever.
she's a brick house. Now
Ugh.
this one is already shipped. This is in people's hands already. And I pre-ordered this. I saw it and I'm like, oh yeah, animated Spider-Man with the Falcon. I mean with the Vulture. I'm getting it. Right? I didn't even look at it too close. I already have this. Okay, I open it up and I'm like, oh sweet. Wait a minute. This is the Sunfire body.
Mm.
This is the old ass, like, 9-year-old Sunfire body when they have a Renew Your Vows buck, right? With the diaphragm swivel, with the reverse ab crunch, with toe joints, all that. They put him on the Sunfire body.
I don't know if it's the toy photography, but the gaps in this figure are giving me eye cancer.
It is.
It's a terrible figure.
It is an
I'm
old...
just looking right at the waist. Like, look at that gap, and then the frickin' shoulders.
But they look at the shoulders. His body wouldn't even go like that. It's like you took it and expanded it like 6
yeah, it's like
inches
somebody
on a real
whacked
person.
him with an axe and like both of his shoulder caps.
Yeah.
I'm all about articulation for figures for posing for your shelfies, but I don't think that articulation should ever take away from the sculpt or the art,
Agreed.
or any of that. And it just looks horrible.
I'm okay
looks
with
terrible.
cuts. I'm okay with cuts in the sculpt for articulation, but this is just an old, outdated body. Wait, Fortress Madamus says Sunfire is better than Renew Your Vows. Sumi, Renew Your Vows breaks up the design and the neck sucks. The neck does suck on Renew Your Vows. True. Zakanen with the super chat for $6.66. He says, for Chad's eye cancer treatment.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, there
Appreciate
you
it.
go. So Stevie Wonder Chad. Thank you, Zakanen. I was just shocked that they would go back to this for a Spider-Man when they have better bucks already. By the way, the first animated Spider-Man figure they did, it was on the Amazing Fantasy 15 body. Vastly superior to this one as well. Smaller. I actually like the size of this one better because animated Spider-Man was a bulkier dude.
He was.
But what a disappointment. Now the Vulture is great.
That's
the
what
Vulture
you bought
is
the set for.
yeah. Vulture is great. It's all new sculpting except the wings. That's from the old Vulture and Falcon. But they got the old man head. I have him here. I really have no complaints with this. He looks great. Actually, the new feet are way better than the feet they've been using on the Vulcan body. So I hope that like they do away with the Crocs that are on the Vulcan body that they're reusing all the time now, and they use these instead. These are actually well proportioned. I should blow this up. Just a nicer shaped foot than than the old Vulcan body. They look like Crocs, but this guy, what the hell? There we go. Yeah. Vulture, it's good. And I guess this is the last VHS 2-pack they're going to do for Spider-Man for a while. Now, they said the same thing about X-Men. They were doing the X-Men VHS packs, and they stopped that, and they started doing Spider-Man, and now they're saying they're stopping the Spider-Man VHS 2-packs, which is too bad. I would have liked to seen Blade and the Punisher in the animated line.
Green Punisher? Yeah, that would have been cool.
Yeah, that would have been cool. I'm not going to sell Legends foot picks. I'm just saying. The feet on the Vulcan body look weird. Look. JMK Custom Works is here. Next thing you know, they'll start using Wave 1 Legends Bucks and call it Anniversary Editions. Yeah, they're going to bring back Bucky Cap.
Oof.
Yep. Did you get this one, Jeff?
Nah, I saw that it was solicited, then people started posting pictures of it, and I saw that Spidey, and I went, I got the original release, so it's like a set. I don't have the entire card back wave, and I don't even have all the VHS figures. I didn't get the the Carnage one. I never really liked the character. So no, I'll probably get the Vulture secondhand because it's a good figure, and it's the 90s design, which that figure would look good with the Mafex Spider-Man, which is more of like a Mark Begley style anyway.
Yeah, for sure. I do like this Vulture quite a bit. But so that was a bit of a disappointment for the 2-pack. The Vulture kind of saved it. I'm still just shocked they went back to the Sunfire body for Spider-Man. It's horrible. Now the face sculpt, I'll say the negative. I'll say the positive. The face sculpt for the animated figure is very good. I like that, and it came with Flash Thompson head sculpt as well.
Is it the same figure, the face for the other Peter Parker? Because I have the original like civilian Peter Parker.
That's a good question. It probably is.
Okay,
but I'd have to compare them, and I haven't done that yet. The chat will let us know. Someone in the chat.
Thank you, chat.
Oh no, yeah. Come on, guys, make Zach open his piggy bank. Flick that like bean. Flick the like bean. Flick it twice. All right. I don't understand all the hate on Spider-Man. It's a dope figure. It looks, dude, it's just the old body with the silly ab crunch. I want Legends to move in the direction of Action Force, where you have the ball joint at the waist and the ball joint in the diaphragm. Right? Get rid of that U-cut in the abs. Get rid of that.
Yeah, at the end of the day, like what you like. And if somebody doesn't like it, that's fine too, you know?
Yep. That's my issue with it. Is Vulture the same body as Spider-Shot? No, Vulture is an all-new body. All new Colossal Customs. Let's see here.
They can really get those animated designs well when they want to. Like, that's an easy thing to interpret with the one shade of plastic.
Yeah.
And I'll give them credit. Like, the human figures in this line are really nice. Because I know there's a lot of, like, anti-Hasbro sentiment on the internet, but, like, this caliber figure they're doing, I'm really into. Same with the X-Men 97. I thought those all looked pretty good for your basic waves.
Mm-hmm. All right. Moving on from this. I mean, that looks okay. Actually, I really like the colors and the head sculpt, the masked head sculpt. I like that he has a loose mask he can hold in his hand. He has C-grips, right? So he can grab, he can grip a web if you have one. He doesn't come with one. Or he can grip that mask. That's nice. That's fine.
It's a good alternative if you don't have the other figure. And it's
sure.
And also, too, that original cartoon, well, not original, that 94 cartoon has so many different, like, off-model Spider-Man shots. You can argue that each one is 100% accurate to the show because he changes color mid-show. He's like magenta and not red. So, like, that show is all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the Mondo one. That's honestly my main reason. Why drop $50 for this set when the Mondo's $200? And that's a quarter of the big, hopefully perfectly painted, really good looking animated figure, which, it'll be the Cadillac of them.
The only thing keeping me out of those Mondo figures is the size.
I will tell you, though, I have Wolverine. It wasn't the best quality paint job. I was thoroughly disappointed. I paid $220 for a Comic-Con exclusive, and it looked like that. And I know people on it's supposed to look like a cartoon. I'm like, yeah, but it's sloppy as hell. So I actually swore off buying every one of their toys until Spidey.
Yeah, they look really nice. I've never held one. I've seen them in person at shows, but if Mondo could somehow do a 112 figure, I'd be out on those because I think, like, aesthetically they look really nice. All right, let's move on from this 2-pack. Oh, there is a video which I can't play. I found out StreamYard, if you put a video in a PDF, you can play it if you view it as a slideshow on your computer. You can't play it in StreamYard.
Yep.
Don't know why. But Black Series. So we're getting Commander Bakara from Revenge of the Sith. I used to say, yeah, keep giving me clone troopers. Keep giving me stormtroopers. I'll buy them all. I love them. I love the army build. I am burnt out, dude. I am getting so burnt out on clones and stormtroopers.
I'm still a sucker for the Stormtrooper, though. Like that new 3 3/4 they put out. I bought that in Darth Vader right away. I was like, oh man, it's a great Stormtrooper.
Even that Jedi Luke is pretty damn good.
Look, and here I even have the Return of the Jedi Han Solo. He's about a year old at this point, but I gotta give Hasbro credit when it comes to like these vintage, like the classic Star Wars characters. They're capturing them in a way that we haven't seen, and I'm like, this is how you'll get me to open my wallet again. But there's a limit too, man. Like, I'm with you.
Yeah. Well, Bakar, Revenge of the Sith, did Yoda chop his head off? Or I forget whose head's Yoda chopped off.
No. They were the camo troopers.
Oh,
Right. Oh, this is the guy.
Right?
Yeah, these are the
Yeah,
guys.
Mundi.
Yes, these are the guys
Yeah.
that killed Kiadi Mundi, which makes sense because they just put that figure out, Kiadi Mundi. So that's kind of cool. They're giving you the clone troopers that go with their respective Jedi.
Yeah.
I like
Forlom
that.
said it in the chat. It was Commander Gree that he
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
one
great.
of his troopers. Yeah. This was Kiadi Mundi's battalion. I want to say battalion.
Yeah. Okay. So a clone trooper, yeah, there's not much to say about that. It's a new head sculpt, a new pauldron, and looks like soft goods, comma.
Looks like a man in a suit.
Yep.
Looks more real than what's in the movie because that was a CGI puppet.
Yep. I'm down for this. The commando droid from Clone Wars. I like droids and aliens. I want more aliens than droids, but I like when they give us new, unique droids. The commando droid was pretty freaking awesome in the Clone Wars. They were an actual threat to the Jedi. The battle droids, not so much. The super battle droids, not so much. But the commando droids were awesome.
Super battle droids weren't anything after episode 2.
Nope.
Right. Yeah. Even like the destroyers, the droidicas, after a while, I was like, yeah, whatever. He comes with this. I don't remember the big giant blade.
I do.
Do you?
Mhm.
I haven't watched the Clone Wars in many, many, many years. So
Same. Looks cool though.
yeah, I'm concerned with the tiny little ankles. Like on the battle droid, those really small little joints, those really small, skinny ankles. They just don't hold up. There's not much you can do. You have to have them on a like a flight stand to hold them up, because over time they just start to bow and bend and fall.
Right.
But I like the look of it.
She's got thin ankles. Thin ankles.
Ryan hasn't seen a big giant blade since his last Diddy party. I've never been to a Diddy party.
Oh, you haven't? Lucky you.
Wink.
Mike, have fun putting together IKEA furniture. Thank you for continuing to listen.
Send help.
Yeah. So Jeff or Jeff took off for a second.
I'm right here.
Okay. Are you an army builder guy, or are you like one commando droid? I'm good. Or
I don't buy anything from the Star Wars movies that aren't the original, but I only army build
Gotcha.
the original Stormtroopers. But I have like
Gotcha.
a dozen of the one in this box down here.
yeah. So I've said it many times. I have about 40 stormtroopers from the OG trilogy. When it comes to everything else, like I have a lot of clones, from the movies. Something like this, I'm good with 2. I'm gonna get 2. I got 2 droidicas. I'm gonna get 2 commando droids. Alex Sanchez says, Ryan, do you use the same kind of baby oil on your hair that P. Diddy used in his freak-off parties? Well, Alex, I'd have to ask you what kind of baby oil he used, because I wouldn't know, but maybe you would. Let
That
me
was
know.
a good deflection. Good job. Yep.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman will be proud.
There's no oil in my hair. All right. So, and then this guy. So, I actually bought Jedi Fallen Order or Jedi Survivor, the sequel. I bought it the week it came out for my kid, but he was so engrossed with Spider-Man 2 that he still hasn't played it, and neither have I. So I have no idea who this guy is, but he's got one arm.
Oh wow, I completely missed that.
Apparently, there's a one-arm
Is that a dude?
Sith. I think it's a dude. It looks like something from Lord of the Rings with a lightsaber.
It is ma'am.
It's ma'am.
I don't know.
One arm, but
2
two
lightsabers
lightsabers.
in one arm.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's a double-bladed
Oh.
lightsaber, guys.
Oh.
Look at that.
Is that High Republic? What is that?
No, Jedi Survivor. It's from the video game.
Yeah, it came out
one arm
last
man.
year.
It wasn't
That's
me.
a great
It was
movie.
the one-armed man.
I don't care.
I don't know anything about this dude. I don't even know his name, even though it's on the package. Dagan
That's a woman.
Dagan Gira? Dagan is a woman? I think it's a dude.
That's
Maybe
a
it's
dude.
supposed to be Megan.
Dungeons and Dragons Black Series.
Whatever.
I'll get it at Ollie.
Good genetics. Saltwater. I've said it a million times. It's just saltwater. Characters from the High Republic era. Spoiler. It is High Republic. So it's from the Acolyte. Acolyte figure right here, one arm.
See, Robert's Infinite Realms got it. He's a fallen Jedi. He lost his arm bleeding a crystal.
So stupid. The whole crystal bleeding is so stupid. I hate it.
Same.
I hate Did either of you watch Acolyte?
I reviewed every episode on the channel.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I did, but I didn't get to that episode with the bleeding of the crystal because I was out. I couldn't. It was like dragging my face across sandpaper. So I think I only made it to like 5 or 6. Yeah,
you know,
and then I was done.
I was out when I saw Obi-Wan. I was like, I'm not watching Acolyte.
You didn't miss anything except the worst Star Wars show. Now this Agatha show is pretty dumb too, but it's like it has too many similarities to the Acolyte.
Oh,
so I've heard.
Rocco the Great's here. He says, "Smash the like button." Rocco the Great is now Articulated Ninja's bestie. They're best friends. They were hanging out at the con together last weekend. Greg says, warning, do not expect Pulse to drop new stuff to Ollie's. They dumped a warehouse full of stuff to BBTS instead. Yes. Okay, thank you.
We'll then dump it to Ollie's.
Well, it'll show up there. I've seen Target exclusives, Hasbro
wait a second. All the fan channel shit. Yeah, just wait a second. It'll be fine.
Yeah, honestly, wait just a few months because I bet maybe March some of this stuff would show up. You know, well, not this stuff, but the new stuff that's out currently would probably show up in March if it doesn't sell. It goes quick nowadays.
Yeah. Guys, hit the like button, like Rocco says. Zakanan's going to do something at 200 likes. I don't know what. But hit that like button. All right, so this guy is coming to Black Series. A long overdue Farm Boy or A New Hope or Star Wars.
That looks like the Beebs. It's the Beebs.
Yeah, that's not Mark Hamill.
No. What is the problem with getting Mark Hamill's likeness?
It can't be. Hot Toys can't do it. It can't be done. I don't know.
No, it can be done because SH Figure Arts has the perfect Luke Skywalker figure. I have it. It's great.
Which one?
Just the SH Figure Arts, A New Hope, Luke and Han Solo. They still have not been topped. Those, like, this one's a very good figure, and I'm like on the fence. It looks kind of cool, but I don't see a purpose for it. But do yourselves a favor, Google that one, folks at home. That's Mark Hamill. It even has 2 faces, a regular and a smiling one. They both look great.
I have that one. I still don't think it's quite there.
Oh, I disagree that. Now the Han Solo is a little less there, but I think
I don't have that one.
Best. I bought 2 Han Solos because it's Han Solo.
Yeah.
I got one real cheap. That's what, like, one was full price and one was $39, and you don't pass it up for $39.
Oh, look at this, Scott Hughes. This is my Ollie's guy. Scott always hunting stuff for Ollie from Ollie's for me. He says a manager
he sent me a whole case of those Hiss 3s.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
He says a manager from one of my Ollies said that they are expecting a huge shipment of new stuff from Hasbro the first week of November. Wow. Take that, Greg. But yeah, though this new Luke. So the first, second, and third time they released Farm Boy Luke in Black Series, it was a soft goods tunic, and it looked horrible at this scale. Yep. Like the fabric was just too bulky.
Yeah.
It didn't sit flat.
It's like a sweater.
Yeah. So the sculpted tunic on this Luke is the way to go. It looks much better.
Yep.
I'm going to pick this one up for sure. It's Luke.
Yeah.
It's my favorite character like ever.
It's the best Star Wars movie of me, so I'm always trying to get that perfect representation of the original 12 in the modern form.
There you go. Yep. Looking fine. He's got his macro binoculars, lightsaber.
I feel like they should have well, never mind. I was going to say thrown a blaster, but he has a different belt on in that scene. So, we'll get that in a year or so.
Stormtrooper belt, yeah.
This would be the...
I thought you were going to say boonie hat, Jeff, because he's got the macro binoculars.
But isn't that only in the deleted scene?
Yeah.
But we should still get it. I'm with you.
I would like to have him posed up with one foot on a rock, looking at the sunset with his hand resting on his leg, right? But you can't do that because all of his hands are always like this.
Yep.
Trigger hand. Black Series needs more hands. Needs swappable hands.
I agree.
You think they just kind of don't because it's Star Wars and they're just like, man, everybody wants it anyway.
Wrapping up soon like now. No, I'm not wrapping this up.
Yeah, Chad, to answer your question, I think it's probably a versatility thing. Like, you got to have the most use of how many different scenes you can get out of Luke.
Right.
Yeah. Yes, I feel like there's room in the budget for a couple extra hands of some sort.
I agree. I think Han Solo should always come with the gloves and the not gloves when you got the basic look, because that covers 3 scenes right there.
Yeah.
Throw in the headset and you're good.
They put him in a con exclusive box with an extra hand, and guess which one it was? The famous Harrison Ford pointing finger.
Oh,
he points in every movie.
Is it the one with him and Leia?
Yes.
No,
it's the one that comes with the Minoc.
Oh yeah, I have that. I bought that.
Yeah.
I put that pointing finger and stealing Solo. Like, that is the Harrison Ford thing. It's everywhere. I love that. Get off.
Rocco says people should yell louder about it. I agree. We need more accessories with Black Series especially.
Every lightsaber should have the detachable blade, the hook on the belt. I wish they would bring back the metal ones that they had in 2002 at the small scale. We have the technology. A little, like, 3D printed metal lightsaber hilt would add so much value to these figures. And maybe they have, like, better chrome accents on the metallic parts. Like, little things like that cost them not even pennies, but fractions of pennies, would just make their figures feel a little more exclusive. And then I would be happy to spend $25 on a little piece of art.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, a little effort translates into value.
All right. Oh, hold on. Let's remove this. Guys, it's time. It's time to party for Zakanin! Zakanin with, holy shit, 20 3POA podcast memberships. I was ready to say 10, but it's 20 from Zakanin. Thank you so much, Zakanin. Let's find out who got a membership from Zakanin. Dwart Studios, Bull 80, Gotham City Comics, Joe Dubecki, Ricky Gonzalez, Justin Wine, Daniel Craig, 007 himself.
Wow.
Timothy Applegate, Bro Guy, Jesse, White Vegeta, Christopher Ransom, Mr. Bug, Blake Tarpley, our friend Blake. What's up, Blake? Machu Toy. I lost my spot. James Mick Warder, Lazy Left Hand, Peak Obi-Wan, DJ Hellhammer, Stanley's Toy Channel,
Nice.
Toy Connections. I think that's all 20. Holy hell.
So are we still at war with Ken then? Or not?
We're always at war with Ken Poe from Toy Connections. Speaking of intense eyes, I was getting them from Ken Poe. But right now, it's a party. Thank you, Zakanin, for 20 3POA podcast memberships.
That's awesome.
Thank you so much, Zakanin. You are too generous, sir. Thanks, guys, for bringing sunglasses. Bobby won't do that for me. He won't do it. Yeah.
It's the most fun I've had all day. Okay, not all day, but it was fun.
All right, back to Pulsecon. Leia, a new Leia again, sculpted instead of soft goods. I think that's the right thing to do with Black Series because the soft goods they've used in the past for shirts and skirts and all that, not the greatest. This looks phenomenal.
I didn't realize she wore tights all the way up her. I didn't know what was under her dress. I don't think of Princess Leia like that in that movie. So I just thought she just had like boots in her dress. But I guess she has full leggings. So the 90s toy was accurate.
Well, she didn't have anything under the dress from the waist up. That's for sure.
Yeah. Famously, no bra.
Yep. Good old gaffer tape.
I thought that so the first time they did this figure, she just had panties. This sounds so wrong. And boots, bare legs. Yeah. But did the dress she wore have a slit in it like this does? This has a slit probably for articulation.
I didn't
I
think
don't
it did. I thought it was like the one at the end was different.
Yes.
I'm going based off the poster art where her leg is out, and I'm just like,
Right.
didn't she like have just boots on?
I
But again,
thought
Luke
so.
Skywalker had a 6-pack in that poster, so
Yeah, he was like He-Man ripped.
it's a good poster.
Greg, actually, that's a good point, Greg. He says, Leia, I think, was better in soft goods for the skirt, at least. No kneeling to R2 in this candy show. That's true. But,
Yeah.
that's one specific pose. Timothy Ward says, I'm just wearing panties and boots right now.
Good on you. Good job.
Didn't want that mental image.
This looks solid. It looks like Carrie Fisher. So
Mhm.
at least I'm happy with it. This is another one I'll buy. I saw these and I was like, I have to get Princess Leia and Luke.
Yeah, the likeness is great. Shout out to Carrie Fisher.
I hope I can't wait till they do Han Solo in this scale. Like, because the first Black Series Han Solo from 2013
It's so bad.
Garbage.
It's so bad.
Like, nowadays they look good. The newer ones, the Return of the Jedi one, the paint's a little wonky, but it looks like Harrison Ford. So I hope they knock it out of the park this time.
Yeah, that A New Hope Han has that giraffe neck, horrible face sculpt and paint. It's just bad all around.
Yeah, it's a garbage figure.
Zakana says, I'd put a 300 like mark, but I feel bamboozled, swindled. 3 POA didn't land on Plymouth Rock. 3 POA landed on me. King Kong got nothing on me. Thank you, Zakanan. Yes, Princess Leia. There it is. I will be buying this one for sure. Now, this is wild. I was super excited about this because you talk about 90s era characters, nostalgia. Prince Shizor has it in spades, dude.
Yep.
The Shadows of the Empire, video game, novel, soundtrack, comics, toys. And they're bringing them back, baby.
Killed it.
Yeah.
I gotta get this.
And he
Agreed.
secretes pheromones.
He does. I mean,
Like
he has
Core.
he has built-in date rape drug.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that was such a weird.
Now it's your Diddy parties.
Yeah, such a weird 90s era thing to put in your Star Wars novel. But yeah, Prince Shizor, there he is, man, looking fantastic. He doesn't come with the big like fan things that the Kenner figure did. Remember those things? It was like
Yeah.
he could hold one in each hand, or they connected into like a fan like shield thing. But whatever.
I never had him. The only figure I had from Shadows of the Empire, I had Chewbacca in Princess Leia, because that was the only way you could get the Bausch disguise from Return of the
So
Jedi.
you had the punk rock Chewie? Punk
Yeah.
rock bounty hunter Chewie?
I got a flat top. It was so cool. I had the regular one too, but
I still have
him
an Outrider and a Dash Rendar that Just Jeff sent me.
Yes, and it. By the way, in the listing for this on Amazon, it says, "Get excited for more." It's something like that. Get excited for more Shadows of the Empire figures like Dash Rendar.
I'll get them all.
So they're doing Dash.
Shuri?
Huh?
Shuri?
Shuri.
Or whatever his cybernetic bodyguard?
Oh, well, they never made that figure in the original line. I don't know,
Me too.
maybe. But I'm sure they'll do Chewbacca because it's like a head swap and like it's just like a shoulder pauldron thing they can add to him. You know, I call him 90s X-Force Chewbacca myself. He's very Rob Liefeld looking.
It's so cool though.
Shuri.
Yeah, it is. I'm down with it. I hope they do. I hope they do all of them. I want Luke in that Coruscant Guard red suit.
I wish they'd even like dust off or at least create some kind of like, I don't know, ship or something, like a swoop bike.
Yes. The swoop bike would be perfect. I don't think we're going to get a lot of big vehicles from Black Series anymore because none of them have done well. But like the speeder bike size stuff, like they're putting out the battle droid with stat.
Yeah.
Way overpriced. It's $50. Ridiculous. Wait for a sale, guys. But the swoop bike with the swoop bike pilot from the Shadows of the Empire line, I'd be all over that. I'd get a couple of them.
Yeah.
They should, maximize that. Just on a quick aside, if they wouldn't have put out the Force Awakens TIE Fighter, but put out the original TIE Fighter in Black Series, that would have sold out. We would have had more figures and vehicles if they would have went the classic route.
I've said it, dude.
Fails.
Yeah.
Yep. Do the Empire Strikes Back TIE Fighter, and then you could reuse the cockpit and put the different wings, the TIE Interceptor. Those all would have sold, but you made it Force Awakens. The movie came out. It failed. And I actually bought one for like $25 at one point. That big, giant, like X-Wing. Or, I mean, TIE Fighter from Force Awakens. Mm-hmm. I traded it away for a bunch of other stuff eventually because it was just... I'm like, why do I have this? I don't have any other Force Awakens stuff. I'm getting rid of this TIE Fighter. And I did. Robert Diaz, thank you for the tater chat. He says, I'm late to the show and you have the man who read my Immortal back on as a guest. About time.
Yeah, it's me.
You read my Immortal?
Episode like 80 of our show. We did the whole thing.
It's a long time ago, yeah.
Yeah, I got a headache reading that one.
What are you're like in the 300s, 400s? What are you?
We did 416.
Wow.
Thursday night. Yeah.
416 episodes of World Class Bullshitters. That's a serious accomplishment. No, you guys did have a change in the lineup early on.
Oh yeah. If you go back, if you go to our website, this isn't a plug, but if you ever want to see what the people look like, there's a shirt with all the old guys on it.
Yeah.
And there were like 8 people on at one point. It was never like crazy, but yeah, once we got Kendo, it just kind of took off.
Yeah, because it's been you 4 guys since at least
2017.
2017, yeah. That's when I discovered the channel. Absolutely. All right. Thank you, Robert. Appreciate you. Okay, so Shizor looks great. I'm all in. And then they're doing the helmet, the armor, whatever. Yeah. And that is it for Star Wars and Marvel. Now, Chad. There's something else that we could talk about here, if you'd like.
Is it Dan Larson thrusting in the direction of the problem?
I won't watch his videos.
No, but did you see him on Pulsecon, Jeff?
He
was like awkwardly standing off to the side of just like thrusting the whole time.
That's uncomfortable and unsettling.
It was very awkward.
I didn't see that.
Not good.
Nor did I.
You didn't see it?
I didn't see him thrusting. No.
Yeah, as soon as the Joe panel started, and BMAC and all of them are standing there, and Dan Larson.
BMAC.
Like, yeah, your buddy BMAC.
Jeff, did you see my last? I made a clip video. The Hasbro employee that wanted to fight me.
That happened? I'm sorry. I'm late to the party.
Listen, it's 100% serious and 100% true story that I told on the show, and I made a
video
of it. Yeah.
And, I wish Hasbro employees would want to fight me. I'm down. Uwe Boll style. Yeah, I embarrassed your roast, Tico. What?
Yeah. It's a good video.
I knocked over a whole stack of Rose Ticos. Let's do this.
Hal Jordan says Dan Larson has a lifetime Diddy party backstage pass.
And he'll bring the cereal. Yeah.
And the baby oil.
Yeah.
All right. So, G.I. Joe Classified, Chad.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think? Got I almost said Zartan.
Xandar. Yep.
Xandar, yeah.
Zartan's brother, who a lot of people don't realize was in.
Hold on, he's Zartan's brother?
Yeah.
So him and Zarana and Zartan are all Z's.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, then there's Zartan's daughter, but we're not going to go down the rabbit hole. But yeah, I thought it was cool they gave him that the throat slice scar under his little pink shamog thing there.
That was a cool addition. This is actually the only one that I have even a passing interest in. Because I want to complete the Dreadnoks. I'm waiting on Monkey Wrench. It's like the one I wanted the most.
Box?
Huh?
Can you go back to the box?
Absolutely. There's the back.
No cross sell. Look at that.
Yeah, no cross sell, no file card. They don't do that anymore. I mean, they do on the retro cards.
No. But
can you buy that?
Front of that box is so generic, though.
Yeah. What was that, Jeff?
Can you buy the motorcycle that's pictured back there?
No.
That to me, that's kind of a bad thing to put back
motorcycle. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. But maybe it's coming. Sometimes, the stuff in the background of these shots is like a tease.
Like with Hot Toys, that they'll never put out the doll they tease.
Right.
Yeah, they'll do Easter eggs here and there.
Yeah. Maybe Monkey Wrench will come with a motorcycle.
Call me Monkey Wrench. He's definitely my favorite Dreadnought.
He was the only Dreadnought action figure I had as a kid, and he's been the one that I've been wanting, and he's probably going to be the last one they'll do.
Thrasher and the Thunder Machine.
Is the Thunder Machine HasLab size, or is it like Vamp? Is it like, what do you think?
Okay, so originally it was leaked out that it was going to be another price point above like the Vamp and the Stinger and all that stuff. But we're going to have to say, we're just going to have to wait and see. But the Thunder Machine and the Snowcat are their own scale. So they might get updated and upgraded to make them HasLab worthy. But last I heard for sure they were going to be like 175 price point.
Gotcha.
But I'm going to leave it at that.
I mean, the Snowcat would be about the size of the Hiss, wouldn't it? Or maybe a little bigger.
I guess it depends on what you mean by bigger dimensions. It wouldn't be that tall.
Longer, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. Probably.
But we'll see. Well, there's Xandar with his mullet and his spear gun.
Mm-hmm.
They're so silly. Now, Jeff, you're not a big G.I. Joe guy.
No, but I have recently thought when I see the cool ones at Ollie's, I'm going to start picking these up because they're just like, I don't know. If you put it like a World of Marvel and these guys, it would just look cool on a shelf together. So I feel like they would just populate something like some fictional scaled world.
That's where a lot of people got into classified from was Legends.
Okay.
Me included. Listen, classified is what I wish Legends was. I wish they packed as much value into the Legends figures as they do with classified.
Classified looks great.
It's kind of the thing, though. Classified doesn't have any kind of traction or name recognition. As much as everyone who's into G.I. Joe thinks that G.I. Joe is the be-all, end-all, it's very small, very small. Especially when you compare it to like Marvel, just MCU alone, or Star Wars, G.I. Joe doesn't come close to that. It's very, very niche. Very
right.
So they have to put that whole vomitorium of accessories for the perceived value. I get it. I just wish that when they went back to windowed packaging, they stopped that generic, all-encompassing box with the grid on it. It looks like shit. It looks like dollar store stuff.
Yeah. John Garrett says they can't with that 30% royalty they pay to Disney. Yeah, no, I totally get why they don't.
$500 million.
Yeah, that's a lot
for that license.
Yeah.
Dang.
We'll see if they hang on to it. We've talked about it. A lot of speculation, a lot of rumors that they might cut ties if they don't get a better deal. So
you say pick it up at that rate, Mattel? Aren't they the only ones that could afford to?
I think it'll get chopped up among many, many companies.
Yeah,
I hope not. Like, I know this is a pipe dream. I don't want it, but it'd be funny if McFarlane made a bid and was able to secure the license, and then he takes over, and you'd get a lot of people excited. I'm not saying I want it.
McFarlane makes 7-inch Star Wars figures.
That'd be weird.
Can you highlight John Latella's rhetorical question? If it's so small, Chad, why do the G.I. Joe HasLabs kill the Marvel Legend HasLabs? Because for one, you're talking about people who are adrift at sea. They'll drink seawater.
They're starving. They're starving for product.
Starving for anything, for one. Two, you got to understand, John, and everybody else, Marvel Legends is not a world-building line. It's all based on superpowers and spandex. G.I. Joe is a world-building line. So when you scale it up, you're trying to put square pegs in round holes. G.I. Joe is world-building first and foremost, always has been. When you try to make it a dolly-only line like Marvel Legends, it's missing something.
Yeah, that's true.
don't forget the fact that you got people who came to G.I. Joe from Legends, and they're buying this stuff so they can flip it later on. So don't confuse the two. Right? Completely separate things. G.I. Joe is niche, man. Just Google the hashtag G.I. Joe and see what comes up. You're talking like 200,000, and then put in a hashtag Marvel Legends and see what you get.
And also every G.I. Joe HasLab so far is an army builder. Every single one.
Yep.
The Marvel Legends,
Giant Man.
No, now Galactus was super popular, right?
Yep.
Everyone bought Galactus, but I think those numbers were super high because people saw the resell of the Sentinel. The Sentinel was reselling at that time for around $800 to $1,000.
Yep.
It's come way down since then, but people were seeing that. We're like, we're buying more Galactus because it's going to resell for $1,000.
Well,
it's
Galactus had lights and all that stuff, and look at Giant Man. There's almost like no sculpting. It's just this giant wall of red.
Sure.
Did that get funded last minute?
Yeah, Giant Man's funded, but
yeah.
Giant Man is funded, but it's not an army builder, so it didn't have the numbers of Sentinel, right? The Ghost Rider car was just outrageously priced, so that wasn't funded, and it's not an army builder.
And it was a half-ass effort.
Yep.
Right. But every single G.I. Joe HasLab so far is technically an army builder. We know a guy that bought 5 Hiss. Right?
Where are you going to put him, Chad?
I got one.
Chad got one. I got one from the same guy, Jeff. Shout out to Jeff W.
Jeff
Thank
W.
you.
Yep.
All right. So Xandar, dial tone.
Yep.
With his mustache and outdated tech, but I'm sorry. Like,
I want this figure.
Do you really?
It's so weird looking.
As a casual G.I. Joe fan, easy pass. Like I look at this and I yawn. It's just
I always like Dial Tone more than Breaker, though. Dial Tone was when they were doing like the line refreshes. You know what I mean? So you had people in the same specialty, but you had new characters replacing the old. So Dial Tone replaced Breaker. Breaker kind of became like a Fobbit. You know, he was always in the rear at the command center, and Dial Tone would go out in the field. And then later on, this Dial Tone was replaced by his sister in Resolute and so on and so forth. But you know, they updated the tech in his backpack and all that stuff. They put some smartphone mount on his weapon, which I thought was dumb. But you know, it's Hasbro. What do they know? So
yeah, I mean, it's just
the
not
parabolic
for me.
mic's a little weird.
Is that the mini radar?
Yeah, it's supposed to be a parabolic microphone.
Gotcha. Yeah. It's just, it doesn't do anything for me. For me, I get like if you're like Chad, you're down with the actual character, and you're into classified, you're getting it. But it's an easy pass for me.
Well, the first part, yes. The second part, no, because I've already got like several dial tones. I don't need another.
No, I get that. I'm just saying for the classified fan, not for you. You hate classified and G.I. Joe. You don't even collect it.
Well, I did put right here, I hate toys. So.
Oh, wait. Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Right, you do. There.
Yeah, I hate toys.
You do hate toys.
Pay no attention.
Yeah. So there he is with his must. Is he supposed to be French? He looks French to me.
No, they're Italian.
Oh, he's Italian.
Wow.
Did you just do?
Wow. No, I didn't.
You just did walking, like unintentionally.
No.
That's what
I do. Wow.
Do it again.
You ever see Deer Hunter? Okay.
Yeah. So his like JLS just put it in there. So his name is Jack Morelli, and later on in Resolute and with the Retaliation 5-pack that came from Toys R Us, Jack Morelli is replaced by Jill Morelli, right? Jack and Jill, but yeah, they're Italiano. So
yeah,
you got that big old wop stash, and I can say that. I'm allowed to say that. I can.
And then Leatherneck.
Yeah.
Tell us about Leatherneck, Chad.
Well, he's a Marine. They call him the Gyrene.
Okay.
So Leatherneck's his face is supposed to be based on Ron Rudat, even though Ron Rudat's actual character was dusty, but I'm not going to get into that. I don't really think they nailed the Ron Rudat look, but that's just my personal opinion. Yeah, and he comes with iPro now. Oh, there you go, leatherneck.
There was some chatter in the 3POA group about drill instructor and drill sergeant.
Yeah,
I know you're not a Marine, but you care to weigh in?
Yeah, in Marines they're DIs.
Yeah.
In the Army they're drill sergeant. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and he has the staff sergeant chevron.
They were calling him a drill sergeant during the Pulsecon stream.
Yeah, well they call everything a blaster, so
yeah.
Whatever.
I just saw some chatter about that. I'm like, whatever,
I mean they did a pretty good job on the weapon. The carry handle looks really weird. But the M203, they did a good job on that. I like the fact that he has unbloused pants.
Oh,
that's good.
Yeah. You like that, do you?
His ankle articulation's tucked up in there.
Well, there he is, leatherneck.
In that crappy box.
Now, this is the Saw Viper.
Yeah, let's talk about him for a second. So
sure.
Saw Viper in the comic was notorious for gunning down almost all of Battle Force 2000 and a lot of the old guard Joes, going all the way back to some of the original 13. Saw Viper's cool. I got plenty of Saw Vipers. My beef with this is that, one, they're so Hasbro about it. Like the meme of Steve Buscemi, like, hey there, fellow toy people. So they had to give him a chainsaw because he's Saw Viper, right?
A chainsaw bayonet.
Yeah, so I mean, they ripped that right out of Gears of War. I understand this is a toy. I'm going to say that right off the bat because someone somewhere, I'm sure later on in the comments after this has been up for about a week, is going to say, it's just a toy, Chad. Bleh. Why do you have this weapon feeding from left to right?
That's what I'm saying. The belt-fed ammunition feeds back into it.
Yeah. They have it feeding the wrong way. So it's feeding into the ejection port. There's also been a lot of back and forth with people about what is a saw, right? So the M249 squad automatic weapon is what a saw is, but the Saw Viper on the original card, it was for semi-automatic weapon.
Well, Suka says it's super articulated wiener.
No, that's true. Yeah. That'll be the Mezco version. Super articulated wiener.
Yes.
And I understand on the original file card, when you're talking about Real American Hero, it was semi-automatic weapon instead of squad automatic weapon. But you could have taken the moment to at least update that, because if your Saw Viper is semi-automatic weapon, is that basically saying he's the only one in G.I. Joe with a semi-automatic weapon? It just seems weird that they wouldn't have updated that.
I don't know. I just like the idea of a chainsaw bayonet. Is that a gas-powered chainsaw bayonet? You have to sit there and start it, like a...
Yes, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
Can we get blood effects that,
And they're kind of going back to that whole giving everybody like the EOD collar.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. The whole Juggernaut Modern Warfare 2 look that they wanted to give it to Firefly. They're giving it to this guy. They've given it to others. It's just
I think this looks cool. It's got the badass, right? It's got the badassness to it. I don't know. I think I'm just getting burnt out on classified. I said it before, I took probably a dozen or maybe dozen and a half figures off the classified shelf today. Just bagged them up. Kind of I don't know.
Yeah, that's common.
Yeah.
Been hearing that a lot. Yeah, I mean he looks fine.
Yeah. Jeff, as a non-G.I. Joe guy.
Yeah, I like the design. I think he looks a lot cooler with the helmet on than off, but He kind of reminds me of just like, I don't know. He looks like a very 1980s Marvel villain that would be like a one-off character Spider-Man would fight and then never see again. So
sure, yeah. Or maybe if he was the right colors, I could throw him in, as a Hydra trooper or something, or maybe one of like Crossbones, goons or something.
That looks like an electric saw. It's one of those like turkey carvers,
It's a DeWalt battery powered saw.
It is cool that his primary weapon does plug into his backpack though. That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I do like that. Again, shitty box. Look at that.
Yeah, I mean they're going with standard box sizes now, so this matches with Black Series and Marvel Legends. They all kind of fit together.
Yeah.
Standardization. Man of Action says, "What's Chad think about the new sniper?"
The female sniper?
They did do a female sniper.
I think she couldn't carry that gear 12 feet.
There you go. That's what Chad thinks. Could the ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
could do it.
Well,
Yeah. There it is, and that's what they showed. Now there was a couple of what do they call it? Digital render reveals.
Yeah, but didn't they not show them?
They didn't show them. They forgot, and they just posted them online later. So you got Law and Order with the dog. By the way, oh boy, that is not a good digital render. That looks weird.
Your dog's a little fat. Yeah. So, Law and Order. Law is based on Kirk Bazigian. So,
okay, cool.
Yeah.
Now, so you brought up likenesses earlier. Matt Rubin says Hasbro has said they can't make figures with people's likenesses without paying for their consent or something like that. So they changed Leatherneck's look. That's why they changed Tunnel Rat.
They put that rule in place a long time ago with the Joe team. So that was a long time ago. After they started making like, Dave Kunitz was Thrasher and Vinny DeLevia is Cesspool and blah blah blah, and then they were like, stop, no more. Right,
dude. The Toy Biz days, War Machine is Dave Vonner, Angel is Brad Pitt. I mean, those guys were all putting faces on their figures. Bobby, I think, was the last one to do it. He put his face on Iceman. In
yep.
2011, 2012, 2013, somewhere around there. It was the X-Men box set. And I think he said like his boss saw it and was like, oh, wait. Okay, go ahead, but don't do it again. And that was like the last time.
Yeah, like sneak it in.
Yeah. That was the last time a designer snuck their face in to figure,
Greg's right. What about Lenny Roadpig, also known as Wreck-It Lenny? That was the last one, right?
I know you don't like that Road Pig, but man, I love that Road Pig, dude. I pre-ordered it.
That shit is Wreck-It Lenny. Law and Order looked good. The dog is a little chunky.
Mm-hmm. I think this is just like they laid off the CGI guy, and this is what happened.
Not only that, but if you remember back to a lot of their digital renders, remember what Stalker looked like in his digital render?
No.
And Lieutenant Falcon, they looked a lot different than what came out. Stalker looked maybe 30, and then when the figure came out, he looked like he had retired 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So
yeah, he looked old. And,
there's a lot of discrepancies between their renders and what their Chinese factory actually spits out. But this guy looks good.
Yeah, he looks good. Now, so far, every figure that I've seen from G.I. Joe packed in with an animal. Okay, we're talking Snake Eyes, right? He's packed in with timber. We're talking Mutton Junkyard.
Mm-hmm. Road Pig, Raptor,
Naugahyde with they've all gone to discount. So I am not going to pre-order Law and Order. The figure itself, whatever. It looks like a reuse of Outback, the Outback body, probably. Correct me if I'm wrong, but
it's all reuse. Yeah,
I do like by the way, I have no problem with reuse. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I like the animals they put in the line quite a bit, but I know I don't have to pay full price at this point, so I wait for a sale.
He has the pointing finger hand.
He does. I think those are all the same hands that came with Mutton Junkyard.
Look at that left hand, though. Hey,
Hey,
forget about it.
Forget
Got
about
that left hand.
hey, I'm walking here.
Hey, I'm a fucking crab.
And then Heavy Duty.
Yep.
I like Heavy Duty. I don't need the big over-the-shoulder gun rocket launcher thing, but like the figure itself looks pretty cool. The camo pattern is weird now. People pointed this out. This is like the Saved by the Bell logo.
That's his camo pattern.
Triforces.
Is that what it was? Yeah,
Yep.
the Triforce.
That's it right there. Yep.
He's a big Legend of Zelda fan.
Yeah, they went right back. They went right back to the original Heavy Duty for that.
Okay, so
I
that
will
camo
say, I
pattern
think
is for
it's
the
cool.
OGs.
Yeah, I think it's cool that they updated his, I don't know, war rig, whatever you want to call it, because the original one was kind of like this big, like, crotch cannon, and
Yeah.
I like the update.
This is cool.
If this ends up like the guy with rockets on his thighs, what was his name? Silly character.
Metalhead.
Metalhead. If this ends
Sorry,
up
I
like
had to look at
Metalhead,
him.
yeah, I'm sure this is going to be like a $40 figure, like Metalhead. It's about the
Yeah,
same
but
amount of
Metalhead,
stuff.
from what I was told by people, because again, I don't buy these. Metalhead, you couldn't put the rockets alone in his rig; it had to be on the fire effects.
Yeah, the rockets wouldn't fit. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
But,
we'll see.
people are picking up Metalhead for like $10-15, so I could probably wait. I like this, just the basic figure, like the whole rocket thing. I don't need that.
And it's a real big throwback right back to the original Heavy Duty, down to the ripped off sleeves that they sculpted so well. And he had the backwards hat, and on the bill of the hat backwards, it had a raised G.I. Joe in it. I mean, we can't see what that looks like, but he looks good.
Is he a Taurus? He must be a Taurus.
Or he likes MJ, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It looks like.
He likes them Chicago Bulls.
Yeah. All right, so that's it from G.I. Joe, and that's it. That's not it from Pulsecon, but that's all I care to. I'm sorry, we're not much of a Transformers channel, so I didn't even bother looking into all that.
Thank goodness.
Zakanan says crotch cannon. All right, Jeremy J's here. What's up, Jeremy? I invited Jeremy on the show tonight. He couldn't make it. He said give him a couple more weeks, and he's down for some live streams. So
nice. Yeah, Mikey said he is from Chicago. So there you go.
All right. Thank you, Jeremy. Sup, friggin' nerds.
Nerd.
Thank you, Jeremy. Daredevil Davis here. Thanks for the super chat. Can't seem to figure out how to gift memberships. You can't do it on an Apple product, but if you're on a PC, well, you can do it on an Apple product. You have to do it from a browser. So if you have a Chrome browser on your iPad or iPhone, you can do it from there. You can't do it from the Apple app, but you can do it from a PC, Android, all that. Apple doesn't like Google, and they don't want you to easily give Google money. So that's why they do that.
Proprietary.
And also, like super chats and all that from an Apple device is an extra 5% cut for them. So, like, Google takes their cut, which is, I think that's fair. It's their platform. Thank you, Google. But then Apple comes in, they're like, give us 5% because you used our phone to send that. It's like, okay.
Don't I pay for cell service?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how you got to do it, Daredevil Dave. Thank you. He says, and I don't know why I said it twice. That's okay. But thank you for that super chat.
Because it was worth saying.
It was worth saying twice. All right. That's all I've got from Pulsecon. Again, channel members, stay tuned for the after show. I'm giving away this Mezco Wolverine thanks to Abby from Figure Fight Club. Okay. He's also going to be hosting the Action Figure Alliance podcast coming soon. He's going to be joining me on the after show. So if you're a channel member, be there because you could win a Mezco as long as you're in the United States of America.
Do you want to? Do you want to give away this sweet G.I. Joe Extreme figure?
You can't do that, Chad. It was a gift from me.
No, that one's still sealed over there. It's on the
Okay.
shelf.
No, nobody wants that piece of shit. Jeff, what do you got coming up? What do you want to plug?
Well, folks, I have a toy video coming out this coming weekend, so check that out. I have videos dropping all the time. Check out our shorts as well. I did a short where I went to the Funko Pop store with you. I turned that into a series of shorts, so that was fun to go to. Went to the Nickelodeon store, all kinds of cool stuff. Been checking out a lot of collectibles around the world, and I got a new collectibles-based series coming out soon. I've been going to toy stores around the region, kind of showing them off, and then we're going to expand it and go nationwide. So be on the lookout for that very soon. I've filmed some of it already. I'm making sure I have everything filmed and edited before I put out the first episode so we can treat it as a season, an ongoing series. I want to see the greatest toy stores in the entire world. So join me on that journey and eventually make recommendations.
All right. Link to World Class Bullshitters in the description below. So definitely check them out. Great content, great podcast. Been listening to it for years. Chad.
How do you follow that? My name's Chad.
My name's Chad.
My name is Jeff.
My name is Chad. Well, my name is not Muff Daddy, and I hate toys. No,
You got a sweet GoBot video coming up.
Yeah, no. So I got a video dropping Monday morning because I did the video about how the Cobra Hiss is not a tank, and apparently that pissed a lot of people off. Then I decided to take a Cobra Hiss and make it Tank from the GoBots.
Yeah.
And I'm still waiting on this nail to fall off.
Ooh, smash your finger, huh?
Oh, I smashed the head out of that thing. Yeah.
We just got.
yeah.
Go ahead.
That's it.
All right, we got another super chat from 49er Brian. Thank you, Brian. He says, Zakanen said I can't win. Well, the last time he said that, you did win. So, guys, be there. Channel members, be there for the after show. All right, that's all I got. Show Wednesday, more than likely. Next
I'm
weekend,
trying to
we'll
figure
see.
out my Wednesday too.
I'm not going to promise anything except for an after show tonight. That's all I got. Chad, you want to sign us out?
Remember, like what you like. It's okay if you don't like something because they're just toys and toys should be fun. As always, remember, my friends, the Hiss is not a tank. And have an awesome day.
And BMAC gave me intense eyes.